Good morning. It is the last full day in Copenhagen. So we went out last night. We got back like 12:30, I think. And then we were like asleep by 1. And I got like quite drunk last night. And I feel fine this morning, which is crazy. Like I don't even feel tiniest bit hungover. I don't know what was in those cocktails that made me feel that drunk and didn't give me any hangover. Last night was so much fun. Jojo's was such a vibe. We are 100% actually going back there tonight if we're feeling it. It was so fun. The cocktails were 5 krona, which is like actually insane. A cocktail is like £5. So we got 3 and we drank before we went out. So how I'm actually like alive right now, okay, is beyond me. Lucy just had me a shower. I just had one. So like feeling fresh, feeling ready. But the plan for today is we're gonna eat breakfast at the house today because we went to the shop yesterday and bought some bits for it. But we've been eating out every meal obviously, which is like fine, but getting quite expensive. Like everything here is quite expensive. So we're gonna go have like a breakfast here, get ready, and then a bit later in the day we're gonna walk to Juno the bakery, which is like 5 minutes from where we're staying, and we're gonna get a matcha and a pastry, which is gonna be so nice. And then we're gonna go and sit in a park and read. Actually, I want to check any of the vintage shops are open today because everything's shut for Easter. I don't know if they're open or not. It doesn't say. A lot of them are open tomorrow, which is interesting. Most of them are shut, which is like understandable because it is holiday. But we got the bus yesterday to and from Jojo's, which was so good, so quick and so cheap. And then we go home tomorrow, which I'm so sad about. But when I tell you I don't want to leave, I want to stay and explore for like another week. I have so much I still want to do. I think me and Lucy might try and come back in August or September time. I need to come back here. Like that is this year as well. Like I can't wait any longer. It is the best and I'm so excited for today. I'm not really sure what we're going to do for dinner tonight. I might see if Fabulous open. I think it might be shut. Yeah, they're shut now, which is a shame. But we're going to see what we want to go for our last meal. Bit of today, little H&M moment. We've got a brandy top on, just comfy, you know the drill, the same jeans, super cute. Lucy Lou, what have you got on?
I've got some vintage Adidas trackies,
so
vintage
cool
YSL shirt, and this. I'm just feeling
cozy cute vibes. We're about to hit up Juno. We're gonna get a cardamom bun. I don't know, it's just
like you have different perfume every day.
No, I have 2 mini ones. You can use them if you like. Right, I'm gonna see how far away Juno is. They're known for their cardamom buns. Oh, it's a 4-minute walk.
Why have you not walked past it?
I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit off the beaten track. How cool Lucy's ring is. Like actually the coolest thing ever. I'm kidding. So cool. Right, shall we go, Lucy? That is really, really good. Oh. Oh my god. Just bite it straight into it. How incredible is that? We're on our way to the vintage shop. What's it called, Lucy? Lidgob. Lidgob. In Osterborough. In Osterborough. Just gonna have... I didn't bring my... I can't believe how good that cardamom bun was. I know. That was like caramelised on the top. Actually like the best thing I've ever eaten. Really good lighting. We were gonna walk, but it was 45 minutes and it's freezing, so. We are back from the vintage shop. We were in there for like 4 hours. Yeah, like genuinely. We didn't have much else to do because everywhere's shut and this was like the only shop that was open. Do you want to show them what you got? Yes, you showed them. I only got one thing because I was like really fussy. I tried on like 10 things though. I sadly didn't show you what I tried on. But I got this jumper. It's like oversized, slouchy, very Scandi girl. I'm gonna wear it tonight so I'll show you, but Lucy got...
I got so much this in. I got these 2 cups for me and my boyfriend because he loves espresso and I love matcha, so he wants one that's like very, you can hold it in your hand comfortably, and I just thought this is a very nice matcha cup. Yeah. I also got another cup which I thought was really nice.
This is so cute.
And I think that gives like Scandi.
This is very Scandi.
Do you want me to show everything?
Yeah. We want to see.
April found her jumper, her exact jumper that I'm obsessed with.
The grey one. It's just like it just cinches in. It just fits so well.
Yeah, and it has got a stain on it, but we're gonna try vanish.
Yeah,
when I get home,
definitely.
And then
these are so nice.
Vintage 80s Levi's. I'm gonna wear these tonight, and I'm just obsessed with them.
Yeah, we'll show that on tonight.
This has, I really wanted this for so long, and I was watching this lady, she was gonna buy it, and I even went up to her.
Did you?
Yeah, I went up to her rack, I told you, and she was like,
yeah, that's mine.
She was like, that's mine. I was like, okay. But I went back like 5 times to see if she bought it, and then it was kind of, it had to be. I tried it on, and it was just like, you can't really see what it looks like.
No, it's like beautiful. It's like a wrap.
Yeah,
so
and
nice.
Summer ballet flap.
Yeah.
And then finally, a little vintage Burberry top for my boyfriend.
That is so cute. I love
cute
that.
With just baggy jeans. So that's everything I got.
So cute. We weren't really sure what we wanted to do for dinner. We were going to go to Pompette, but it's like 50 minutes away from us, and we're just like actually exhausted. So we're going to go.
We've actually just been mute for like.
We have. We just needed some like quiet
time.
Yeah, like silence. We just sat on the couch and just like blobbed out. But we're going to go back to the sushi place we went to on the first night as like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Because it was just, the vibes were just hilarious.
It was so good.
Describe
it was the most expensive. It wasn't the most expensive, but it was expensive because they charged too much.
They charged us too much, and also tap water isn't free here like it is in England, which is crazy. So we've like planned out how much we're going to spend, and the sushi was phenomenal. So we're going to go there as like a full circle little like last meal, and then we've got, to be honest, we do have all day tomorrow as well.
Yeah. What are we planning on?
I don't know. I was looking at the bag drop off, and it's like €8 if we want to leave our bags for the day. I think you can leave it at the station.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it's like an extra £2 for insurance. We've got a day that we can do stuff. We'll probably sit in a lot of coffee shops and do lots of like mooching and people watching.
Maybe that sandwich shop for lunch.
Yeah, get a matcha. Oh my god, the matcha we had today, it didn't have milk in. It was like the traditional matcha. So if you're ever in Copenhagen, go to Atelier September, because the matcha was chef's kiss. They serve it to you in a bowl, which is crazy. There was a queue, but it went down pretty fast. But Copenhagen is so cold when the sun isn't out, which we've now realised. It was like such a perfect day. We didn't really have a plan for today because the weather wasn't as nice. We kind of wanted to go like to the park and read, but it was just too cold. And like the fact that this was the only vintage shop that was open, and it was like huge. If you go, you have to go. What's it called?
Lidcob.
Lidcob. You have to go.
It's so good. It's like a massive charity shop, but better. It's got like homeware, like everything. Like you can get like jewelry,
sunglasses.
They've got like designer, but they've also got like
I saw like designer. Like I saw Je me Glace, Dolce & Gabbana Capris.
Yeah,
like so much. But you do have to like sift through. It's not that curated, I would say.
Yeah, like don't rush.
Yeah, like you have to like make sure you've got energy.
Whole day to do it because
same. I don't feel like we were rushing.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. fantastic.
We just lost each other for like
Yeah, we did our own thing for like,
Yeah.
and then we just kept bumping into each other and be like, found this.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get ready now to go, and then I'll show you our fits. But we're very tired and very hungry, so I'm very excited for sushi.
Yeah. If they have matcha there, different cuisine, isn't it? But oh yeah.
Right, wait, I've got the menu up here.
What's it
I
called?
don't know if there are any drinks actually.
I feel like they just had like sodas.
Anyway, we'll see when we're ready. It's been 10 minutes and we've changed our plans completely. We've decided to not get sushi because we're genuinely just too tired and we want to try somewhere new because it's our last night. So we're going to try a pizza place called Another Pizza, which I've actually heard is very good.
Yeah.
We walked past it so many times, it looks chef's kiss. So we're going to go pick it up and then come back and make the most of our beautiful apartment because I feel like we haven't spent that much time
Black
here.
Mirror.
Oh, yes.
It's on Netflix.
And eat pizza and have the best time ever.
Altså lige på 10 sekunder for meget.
Got the goods. Oh my god. Oh my god, I look disheveled. It's got parmesan on, guys. Oh. God, the volume on.
The volume.
It's our last day. We go home today. We're so sad about it. I really want to stay for longer. Okay, it's actually pouring down rain today, but it's kind of nice. We've seen it in all different weathers. We've seen it in bright sunshine, cloud, and then rain. But we're going to La Cabra this morning because we've heard so many amazing things. We're gonna get the bus. I'm gonna get a matcha and some food and sit and just like probably talk about our trip and about how amazing it was. And then we're gonna go to the airport later, but we might do stuff in between, who knows. But our last day. Matcha taste test. It's quite like strong. It'd be nice to add a little bit of maple syrup. been a few days since I got back from Copenhagen, and I thought I would give you all my recommendations because I've already had so many questions just from like posting on TikTok. I've just had so many questions asking about where I'd recommend to go, and if you're going for a short trip, what's worth it, what's not, that kind of thing. So I thought I'd talk you through like step by step, food, drink, places to go, what's worth seeing, all that jazz. So we're going to start with the main event, which is food, because the food there is better than anything I've ever tried. So starting off strong with Apotheke 57. They do the best breakfasts. They have such a good range of like sweet and savory porridge bowls, granola bowls. I had the breakfast plate, which is like the classic Danish breakfast, and Lucy had a savory waffle with like herbs and creme fraiche. The vibes are so nice inside. It feels so cozy. It feels like you're like in someone's house, which is really nice. We did have to queue outside, but the queue went down in honestly 5 to 10 minutes. It was dead quick, and the staff are so friendly as well, and they speak really good English. I would also recommend Atelier September. The only thing about Atelier is that it was quite expensive compared to the other places we went for breakfast, and we got like the same thing. It wasn't that much more expensive. It was only like £2, £3, £4 more expensive, but like £9 for a matcha. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. We did also try the traditional matcha there, which is matcha with no milk, and I didn't think I would like that, and it was amazing. So if you go, get the matcha because it's so good. We also had to queue for that, and that was a bit of a longer queue. It's about 20 minutes, but the vibes in there were so lovely. I feel like if you didn't go on a busy day, it would be a beautiful place to study. Again, the staff's so nice, and with all these cafes, you can see them making everything. Like the kitchen's like kind of in the restaurant. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really cool. The row bar. Now this shocked me because this was on my list, but like I wasn't overly excited for it. This was probably the nicest cafe we went into. Like interior wise, it was so cool. The architecture in Copenhagen is like nothing I've ever seen. Everything is cool. Everything. Even like the plates, the cups, it's so cool. The vibes in there were really nice. It felt very posh, and it was busy. Everyone was chatting. The matcha, amazing. Really well priced. I had a croissant while I was there as well, and I thought the pastry was incredible. It was the butteriest, most fresh croissant. You can tell that they went to a lot of work into making that. But saying that, on the menu it says that all the pastries were from Juno, which is what I'm going to get onto in a sec because that changed my life. Anyway, yeah, the row bar, please go there. It's beautiful. I love it. I could have stayed there for hours. The next two are near where me and Lucy stayed, in Osterbro. I think that's how you say it, Osterbro? I'm not sure. And we went there purely because they were local and they were really easy for us to walk to and from if we didn't want to go out into town again. So the first place we actually went to eat was called Young Sushi, and this was the best sushi ever. We did get a few bits confused. Like they gave us the wrong sashimi and then the wrong thing again, but we just like ate it. It was fine. It was really well priced. We actually did get overcharged by accident because we didn't realize you had to pay for tap water, and they charged us more for the sashimi, and it was just too confusing to be like, we didn't order this, so we just paid it, and it was definitely worth it. I would go back there again in a heartbeat. The sushi was amazing. If you've seen in my first Copenhagen vlog, the platter, so good, and it was actually really filling for sushi. Usually I'm like a bottomless pit when it comes to sushi, and I was stuffed after that. This next one, another pizza. That's like the name of the restaurant. Probably one of the best pizzas that I've ever had. I'm very fussy with pizza. I mean, I like most pizzas, but I have my few favorites. My first number one is from a place in Covent Garden called Lucia. If you're ever in Covent Garden, go to that Italian restaurant and get the pizza. The marinara sauce, oh my god. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. Another pizza is Chef's Kiss. It's so nice. It's so fresh. The guy, you can literally see him make it again. Actually, it might have been in this vlog. Yeah, I think it was in this vlog. I posted it. You can literally see him make it. Finishes it off with parmesan and fresh olive oil and basil. There wasn't a crumb left. There wasn't a crumb left, and that should tell you how good it was. And it was like £10, so really well priced. And again, I feel like this is kind of bad to say, but Joe and the Juice, you gotta go if you're in Copenhagen. It did actually originate in Denmark, which I didn't know. I didn't know the guy was Danish, so that was exciting. We got, I think, 3 Joe and the Juices while we were there. They're just such a good little snack. They're always fresh. They always taste amazing. If you're there, there'll be like 50 probably near where you're staying. There's loads at the airport. Now on to drinks. Sonny for matcha and coffee. The best matcha I've ever had in my life from Sonny. It's made with like pea milk. It's the creamiest, most delectable matcha I've ever had. And the coffee, the same. The creamiest, smoothest. Oh my god, it's so nice. And the staff are, oh my god, they're so nice, and everyone is gorgeous. Everyone is gorgeous that works there. It's like you have to be pretty or they don't hire you. The amount of eye candy I'd have at work if I worked there was beautiful. Okay, for alcoholic drinks, was Jojo's. We went to Jojo's, which is like 5 Corona cocktails. This was probably my favorite night. We had such a fun night. We got like 3 drinks, got so drunk, didn't have a hangover. Actually, I have no idea how I didn't get hungover. I got so drunk. The inside vibes, so cool. Everyone's on a good vibe. The staff, again, so friendly, so nice, and the cocktails tasted phenomenal, and they were strong. You could taste the tequila, which obviously you get what you pay for. Well, £5, you would think, oh, they're not going to make it very strong. You have to go to Jojo's, please. Like, even if it's just one at like 7 p.m, it's just such a vibe. Like, everyone's outside. It's the best. And again, I've already mentioned Atelier for their traditional matcha was really, really good. Okay, now on to pastries. We only got our pastries from Juno, and that should say everything. That cardamom bun, I actually died and went to heaven when I took a bite into that. You have to go to Juno. And the croissant that I had at the Row Bar was also made by Juno. I think they ship it out to like the cafes. That's how good their pastries are, and they're really well priced. So if you go, you have to go to Juno and tell me how amazing and how much the cardamom bun is going to change your life. Okay, now on to shopping. So we went when it was Easter, obviously, so most of the shops were shut other than the second to last day. No, the last day. However, one vintage shop was open near where we were staying in Osterborough, which was called Lidcop. This is actually where I got this jumper from. That vintage shop was my heaven. It was huge. From bags, shoes, sunglasses, clothes, vintage designer, vintage de Maguas, Samso. It had everything. And a cafe. Toilets, changing rooms. It was amazing. We literally got 2 trolleys full and just tried on so many clothes. We spent like 3 hours there. And that was only because it was raining that day, so we didn't have anything else to do, and that was the only shop that was open, and that was like the best decision we made. It was so fun. If you go there, make sure you have like enough time to sift through everything, because it's actually so fun. Like, once you get tired, it's not fun to shop. So make sure you have energy. Go get a coffee halfway through. Like, do what you need to do. It is so fun. You will not be disappointed. Lucy found so many cute things. I only found this because I'm quite fussy, but there were like really cute things there. And then just shopping in central Copenhagen is really fun. So on the last day, everything was open. I went into Pilgrim, which is my favorite jewelry shop in the entire world. They don't have any in the UK, I don't think. Not that I've seen any shops. And I went into that shop and I was very, very, very excited. It's my favorite jewelry brand of all time. Pilgrim, if you're watching, I love you with my entire heart. Then we went into a place called Hay House, which is really cool. It's like an interior design. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, it ranges from like furniture, bed sheets, pajamas that you'd have seen at my blog. Like, they have just really cool things in there, and it's really fun. It's literally like walking around someone's house. And then just go to all the other shops. Like, they're great. They have like, oh, Gina Treecott. That is an amazing shop. Really, really nice. Really good quality. And they just have like the usual H&M, Mango, that kind of thing. Like, it's just a really fun little day out. Okay, now areas. If you want to walk around like some really like pretty areas, go to near where the Row Bar is. It's near where the castle is and the most beautiful gardens. It's just such a lovely neighborhood, a bit off the beaten track as well, which is really, really nice. So me and Lucy really had a lot of fun wandering around, going into vintage shops, little knick-knack shops, getting coffee. It was really beautiful around there. So we stayed in a place called Osterborough, which I mentioned 500 times, and I personally really liked it. It was about a 25-minute walk into the center of town, which I don't think is bad at all. I'm a walker. I'll walk anywhere. I like walking places as well because I feel like I get to experience it a bit more. But it was really nice because we felt like we got the chance to feel what it would be like to actually live there, because their neighborhood was so quiet and so peaceful and felt so safe. Yeah, it was still surrounded by bars and restaurants. It was for us, it was the most perfect location. Like, we went back to the apartment and it was as if we were living there. Really nice to see the difference of like the quieter streets and where the locals are compared to the more touristy spots, which leads me on to Nyhaven. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm butchering that, but you know where the colourful houses are. We stayed there for maybe 5 minutes. We saw the houses and then we headed off because it was so busy. That is where the tourist trap was, and we didn't like that. It was full of just tourists that were like drinking on the streets, and the restaurants were like, it was so packed. I mean, I assume if you went on a quieter day, like a Monday afternoon, it would be a much nicer experience, but we were just kind of over it. Like, we saw the houses and then we want to get back to walking the streets and getting a feel for life, like real life in Copenhagen. So yeah, I definitely say it's worth the trip to obviously go and have a look at the beautiful houses, but I wouldn't say like you missed too much if you didn't go there, you know? We actually also didn't see the mermaid, which is what I'm probably going to do next time, but everyone that I spoke to was like, it's just not worth it. So okay, and then the final thing was transport. Transport was so easy, like actually so easy. As you would have seen on my vlog, we got the metro to and from the airport. Again, it's so easy. Download City Mapper if you haven't. It literally tells tells you everywhere to go. The bus, so easy. Everything is so easy. We only got one Uber, which is really good because I do also like an Uber. I'm really proud of us for that. Everyone's super nice. You just have to download a certain app, then it just like it's so cheap as well. Just download the app, a guy will come and help you, like show you how to use it, and then super easy. But they do check if you bought a ticket a lot. Like I think we got checked every single time we went on the metro, so make sure you are buying tickets and make sure like you're learning how to do it properly, because you will get fined. They're quite strict. And I think that's kind of it for my recommendations. I feel like my life has been changed since going to Copenhagen. I have actually been looking at apartments to rent. I'm delusional, but I want to move there. Like I'm actually so fully serious. It changed my life. Like I love that city more than anywhere. It felt like home. It was just the best thing ever, really. And I'm gonna go back this year. I don't care when or who with, I'm going back. Otherwise I'm not gonna have peace of mind if I know I'm not going back this year, so I'm gonna go back. Anyway, those are my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Let me know if you have any questions. I probably missed out on a few things. That's like the main places we went to and did. If you have any questions, message me. My DMs are open. Comment. I love you guys. Bye.